And now it's time for another St. Louis 7, following an episode on OT with Oliver. This week's guest, and man, did I have a ball catching up. We talked about so many different things, Bob, but I think at the end of it, what we really did is we documented your story, talked about how you lived in St. Louis, went outside of St. Louis, came back, and all the great stories, especially being a pioneer when it came to the all sports radio scene, not just in St. Louis, but in the country. All right, I catch you now at the Lake of the Ozarks. What are we doing to keep ourselves busy?
Yeah, Ballparks National at the Lake of the Ozarks. We think it's one of the finest youth sports facilities. Youth baseball, all ages of girls softball, synthetic turf, and just a plug for folks. Come enjoy the lake and come play some travel ball and fall ball. And the schedule's up in full swing. As you know, in Missouri, and in particular at the Lake of the Ozarks, the fall is the best time to be there. So come down and play some ball, Ballparks National.
Give me the website.
Ballparksnational.com.
All right. So, okay, here we go. St. Louis 7. You went to Pattonville. What do you remember about Pattonville?
Friendships and a mentor in Coach Bob Benben. Older folks know him as one of the terrific basketball coaches in high school in the 60s, 70s, and 80s. And his mentorship and then my tight, close-knit friends. That's what I remember most about high school. It was really a marvelous time for me.
Do you have a favorite concert?
Either, I got to give you three real quick.
Sure.
I'm hedging. Oh, yeah, that's a different guy, different show. ZZ Top and the Rolling Stones at the Cotton Bowl on Halloween night in 1981. REO Speedwagon, I want to say at the arena in 76, somewhere in the mid 70s. And then Fleetwood Mac at the arena on the Tusk tour. Those would be my three. And any Sheryl Crow concert I've gone to, they've always been fun.
Dusty, rest in peace.
Yeah. In fact, they're due to ZZ Top's due to appear down at the lake. Actually, just a couple minutes from the little cottage where I stay, and I don't on Friday. I just don't think I'm going to go with him not being there.
It'd be tough. No Super Jam. No 9 bands.
I loved him, but
Okay.
the sound was awful. It was at Busch Stadium. The sound was atrocious. But Fleetwood Mac, Ted Nugent, REO Speedwagon, Judas Priest. I could go on and on and on. But the sound quality was gross.
For
It was
$12.
terrible. It took them 15 more years to figure it out. The only group I've ever heard sound good at Old Busch Stadium was The Who, and they were there somewhere around 1990. Somebody could look it up. It sounded great. They're the only ones who could ever figure it out.
Favorite Cardinal growing up?
Oh, Lou Brock, not even close. That's the easy one. In my office at Ballparks National, it looks like a Lou Brock shrine.
Go to Ted Drew's. What do you order?
I order a Christmas tree and all shook up. Generally, it has become a tradition. And when my children were very little, we did a couple of different things. We even cut down our own tree one time. And then I guess going back maybe 15 years, maybe longer than that, day after Thanksgiving, we go to Ted Drew's, we get a tree, and whether it's 80 degrees, which it's been, or 15 degrees, which it's been, we get Ted Drew's frozen custard and put our tree in the truck and drive home.
They get those trees
It is
from
one of
Nova
our little
Scotia.
traditions. Yeah, they do. Their own farm up there. It's a great story.
All right. So during the podcast, we talked about a man that I like to bring up when it's appropriate. I say Rich Gray. You say what?
The most rounded, quality human being I think I've ever met. A true I know a lot of quality people, but then you add the factor of true leadership. just an unbelievable leader, and created two hallmarks in the two big threads in the fabric of St. Louis: sports talk radio and quality amateur basketball. And he was the father of both of those things.
People come and visit you in St. Louis. Where do you take them?
Nobody comes and visits me. They leave me alone. No, I take them to a Cardinal game. If it's in the winter, I take them to a Billiken game.
Have you been to the aquarium yet?
No, in fact, we just saw something on television, my wife and I feel awful about it. And we're going to go this fall. We're going to go when the weather gets a little better. And I feel bad. I went to the Arch when it was first built and a couple times in between. And I feel bad I haven't been to the Arch since it's been redone. So all those things are going to happen this fall.
That's good. Kids came in town, so we went and checked it out for the first time. It's not the Shed, it's not that kind of an aquarium, but it's a solid 3 hours. I mean, block yourself out 3 hours.
Yeah, I'm looking forward to it. One of the first times I ever went to Union Station was when it was still a train station, and it was really dilapidated. It was, film Escape from New York,
right?
The dystopian film. Part of that was filmed at Union Station. That's how bad it had gotten. It was the future dystopia. And I remember seeing it. And, when you think about it, as one of the great train stations, hubs of America, and to see it fall in disrepair. So it's been through a couple of generations of renovation, and I'm glad they're keeping it going, and they've done a good job with it.
Hey, for what it's worth, Kurt Russell wouldn't recognize it now.
Yeah, exactly right.
As we end every St. Louis 7, and again, if you want to hear Bob's podcast, it's OT with Oliver, wherever you get your podcast. Last question that we ask everybody: Bob, what makes you proud to be a St. Louisan?
What makes me proud to be a St. Louisan is that it is a place that you can find where you fit in. There is a place where everybody can find their niche. They, because we talk on the broadcast side in terms of market, from Belleville to Wentzville, from Alton to deep into Jefferson County. There's a place for everybody, and you can really find it. And then being a sports idiot, the fact that I see all the diverse segments of St. Louisans they all can and do come together to pull for their sports teams. And I love that.
Rammer, enjoyed it, man. Appreciate it.
Thank you, David.